Hey everyone, it's Rambling Hour with Lisa, season 22, episode 8, coming to you from the living room. I want to be in the shot, but I also want all of this, but I don't want to turn the camera that way. I don't think there's going to be anything I can do except maybe cut off the top shelf. That's not bad, right? That's better. I'm not in it. There is a picture of Steve at the top and on the second shelf from his 50th birthday. Anyways, it's a Father's Day special. That's why I have those things. But I guess you've seen it now. So let me check my sound. So I don't myself up much. And if I take my glasses off, you'll even see that my hair is like fuzzed out and stuff because, well, I showered yesterday and put my hair in a plait braid, whatever you want to call it. And I've been sick for days. So last night I started feeling a bit better. My throat, I don't have to have a lozenge in my mouth all the time. So that's good. But and then this morning, like it just seemed like my cold from the sore throat and everything else, it seemed like it went into my sinuses, like just nasally and everything. And it wasn't until, just hang on, I don't know why this is not connected to the internet. It wasn't until Amy got here, our daughter Amy, and she was saying how her hay fever is just killing her today. And I thought, oh my God, I've been blowing my nose all day. I've been sneezing. Why didn't I think that this could just be hay fever and my allergies? I just assumed it was my cold, but I did wonder why my cold went from being so like sore throat and exhausted and everything else to sinuses and everything. So yeah, I did take allergy pills and that seemed to help a bit, but now the sniffles and stuff are coming back, so I'm going to have to take more allergy pills. Yep, I can hear me. And as long as you guys can hear me, that is better than no sound at all. I'll just leave this on the ground in case I need anything from it, which I doubt I will, but wait, I need to mute it again. All you can see is my back. Okay, so if I'm sniffing a lot during this, just bear with me. And I'm sweating, even though the air conditioning's on in the dining room. We brought it downstairs, just a portable air conditioner for the dining room and living room because, sorry, we had all the kids here today because, again, it's Father's Day. So to all the fathers out there or anybody playing the role of a father in one's life or whatever, happy Father's Day to everyone out there. I'm going to just turn Steve's granddad a little bit this way. So, oh, right, it doesn't stand. It's just the glare there so you can see it better a bit. I'll just trade him out with my dad real quick. Steve's dad's over here, and we don't have a picture of Steve's stepdad just on his own, so that's why I don't have Chris on here, but I don't think this will fit, but it'll be fine for now. And I had put the pictures of everyone who passed away over there, but then Steve brought Billy back here. Oh, I never put the pegs in this yet. I showed you guys the crib board last week. And these are my brother's business cards. So those are my brother's business cards, which are irrelevant now, but I have a bunch so I can do some kind of art project with them. Hard road repairs. Just, I don't even want to think about it. It's so sad to think that he's gone, all the things that he did and all the things he could have done. And yeah, but I had a dream about him a couple nights ago and it was nice to visit with him. And it seems like if you believe in all that stuff that he's doing okay where he is and he's doing well. So, and whether we remember it when we wake up or not, we can visit them there. He even told me that. It's just pop in my cup. No, this, I've told you guys about this before. Simple Life leather tissue box. And it's like rose gold, like some of my other stuff. Some of my journals have been rose gold, and my laptop case, not laptop, my iPad case is rose gold. Anyways, what I was saying is just running around and everything, and I had the door open to go back and forth to the office. And so now I'm sweating, even though it was pretty nice in here for all of us being here and it being like Like right now it's 8:30 and it's still like 24 out. I think tomorrow it's supposed to be 32 or something for the high. We have Jackson babysitting tomorrow, and yeah, it's just going to be hot all week. And I'd like to think that I'm going to get time in the garden, but we'll see. I'll have to do. I think I may have told you guys, I may not, that most of my houseplants, like I'm suffering with, I don't know how to pronounce it, thrips or thripes, and they've killed so many of my houseplants, and I was almost ready to give up, but I've tried the neem oil and the insecticidal soap and everything else. But I was talking to my cousin April, whose plants are gorgeous at her house when I was in Canada, and we talked about the how do they say it, biocontrol, like it's like little organisms, so nematodes that will eat the larvae and stuff in the soil from the thrips. So I have them sitting in the fridge waiting for me to treat all the plants. So I'm going to still use the neem oil and the insecticidal soap on all the tops and bottoms of leaves and stems and everything, and then use the nematodes to get the larvae and eggs and whatever, and then hopefully that works. And then for the next couple of weeks I'll just keep spraying and like having, let's hope this works, because yes, like I said, I'm almost ready to give up on houseplants because they've killed almost everything that I have, and it's just really hard fighting these guys. So besides the fact that I'm sweating and still not feeling 100%, let's get on with the day. It's not only is it Father's Day, it's the summer solstice, which whether you are pagan or not, it doesn't matter. Like if you don't do the Wheel of the Year and the 8 Sabbats like the pagans do, this would be Litha. You still probably celebrate the fact that today's the first day of summer, unless you do the June, July, August as summer. I mean, it's just easier for me to think of it that way, as 3 months, 3 months, 3 months, 3 months. But technically, today's the first day of summer. So, and here it's coming in as a scorcher. But so I did, and that's one of the reasons that it took me so long to get you guys, was that I was printing some stuff off for Litha. I haven't read any of it, and I did print off just the general AI thing that, you know, that it grabs everything and gives you a general thing at the top of your search. And so I printed that, and then I printed the same source that I did for, what was it, that we did last, Beltane. My brain shuts off so quickly. Beltane. So, which is from the Pagan Grimoire, written by, hang on, it's weird because I clicked all the pages that I wanted to print and not print, and then it just printed them all anyways. Don't know why, but it had the author at the back here somewhere. Would have been the last page if I told it, if it had printed it the way I wanted it to. Sorry. Wow, these are a lot of pages that I don't need. Ash Elding. Ash Elding is a writer and witch based in coastal New England. The roots, so New England is in the United States. The roots of her practice are British traditional Wicca and Alexandrian Wicca. She loves the Golden Dawn Tarot deck, Alan Moore's Promethea, and keeps a fulgurite. I don't know what a fulgurite. Fulgurite on her altar. Fulgurite on her altar. Hey, altar, let me check something. Because I have my laptop, so I do need it. Let's look up what a fulgurite is real quick. Searchy search. Goggles. Sorry. Then a headline came up and I got distracted. Fulgurites are natural glassy tubes or crusts formed when lightning strikes the ground, fusing sand, soil, or rock into silica-rich structures. Cool. And the internet's working slowly on my laptop, so if I click images, I don't know if it'll show us any. fulgurite. Loading. I'll just leave that load if it does. And we'll get on with Litha. So the first one that I'm going to read you, like I said, is just a AI overview on Safari, because that's what I use on my phone. Okay, Litha. I told you there's 8 Sabbats in the Wheel of the Year. So Litha is a Wiccan and modern pagan holiday celebrating the summer solstice, the longest day of the year, marked by light, abundance, and solar energy. Can I just say that I saw pictures of the my brain just doesn't work. Where do you go for the solstices? The stone, all the stones in a circle. What's it? My brain's just not working. Stonehenge. So I saw pictures of Stonehenge today, and it's ridiculous how many people are there. Not only that, Steve said that they went one year for the summer solstice and they thought it was going to be this like spiritual experience and everything. And he said it was ridiculous. You couldn't get near it. Even the druids and pagans and stuff that actually celebrate, like that's a monument to them, like actual, religious monument type thing, right? Like a place that they worship. And they couldn't even get through, like trying to fight their way through. And I guess there was just a lot of drunks and druggies and just like and garbage, and it just was not a spiritual experience at all, he said. I think that's unfair. I think like people like me who are curious and want to see it, that's one thing, but I think there should be some kind of membership, not like some kind of way that they can identify who are Wiccans and druids and pagans and people who actually, that is where they worship this monument all year and they go there for that. Like, even though everybody wants to see the sun come up, I think everybody should, I think there should be some kind of way that people who it's actually their place of worship, that they should be able to have priority there, because I don't think that's fair to them. But then me and Amy were talking about that, like being Catholic and going to church. It's like the people who go to church every Sunday sit in the same pew and everything else. And then there's those ones of us, because I'm included in this, who would go on at midnight mass or Easter Sunday and just fill the whole church. And then the people who are there weekly are like, you're in our spots. But so what can you do? But it was way too many people for me. So I'll just see it on another day or imagine what it's like. Here's the pictures of the, oops, because I have a touch screen. So when I picked it up, I just closed. This is the fulgurite. If you can see any of that without the glare of my, so yeah, formations from lightning. Cool. So going back to Litha, interrupted myself before I even started. Litha, pronounced Litha. I always say Litha. Litha. Sounds like you're trying to say my name, but you have a lisp. Litha is observed around June 20th to 21st in the northern hemisphere, coinciding with the summer solstice, when the sun reaches its highest point in the sky and the day is the longest. Because remember, in the southern hemisphere, it's the first day of winter for them. The name originates from Anglo-Saxon terms recorded by the Venerable Bede, B-E-D-E, with June called, I don't know how to pronounce this. It's like an A and a capital A and a capital E attached to each other. RHwL, before Litha, and July, after Litha. And was popularized in modern Wicca by Gerald Gardner. Unlike other Wiccan holidays such as Beltane or Samhain, there is no evidence that the ancient Celts formally celebrated the solstice. But there is pagans who celebrate the 8 Sabbats, so don't think it's only Wiccans, because Wiccan is a religion. So lots of people celebrate this that aren't Wiccan. Okay, symbolism and spiritual significance. Litha represents peak solar energy, vitality, and abundance. It is a time to honor the sun, nature's fullness, and the turning point of the year. As days begin to shorten, mythologically, it is associated with solar deities like Apollo and Re, as well as Wiccan figures such as the Oak King and the Green Man. Again, I don't know all my research, but the Green Man is older than Wicca. So, and also pretty sure like most cultures celebrate the beginning of the different seasons. Like, so even if they don't call it Litha. Yeah, the Oak King, I'm not sure, but we'll have to look that up. Wait, pagangrimoire.com. Is that, did it get that information? Is that who I said that we're looking at? The Pagan Grimoire. Yeah, so we got information from the article that I'm finding anyways about the Green Man and Oak King. The holiday emphasizes growth, joy, and reflection, celebrating life at its fullest before the seasonal shift towards autumn. Traditions and rituals. Traditional Litha observances include bonfires and fire rituals, lighting fires or candles to honor the sun's strength, sometimes leaping through flames for blessings, herb gathering, collecting herbs like St. John's wort, vervain, and mugwort, believed to be most potent at this time. Sorry, I'm just trying to think of. I have vervain. Wait, no, I don't. I have. Oh, what's that stuff called with the pink flowers? I have a St. John's wort. That's actually illegal to plant in Canada because it's invasive there. Oh, I have vervain. No. Anyways, but mugwort, I'm trying to think if the mugwort is even, I guess the leaves, if you're using the leaves, but it's not, how big is it right now? Anyways, altar decoration. Using seasonal flowers, sunflowers, which, I mean, again, the sunflowers aren't really blooming yet either, even here, and golden stones to create a solar-themed altar. But see, I put sunflowers with summer stuff decor anyways, because sunflowers are flowering in summer, in like mid to late summer, right? So, feasting and offerings. Preparing garden fresh fruits and vegetables to celebrate abundance. Interesting, we had a fruit salad today for part of our dinner for Father's Day. I picked a few things out of it because I can eat some of the things like raspberries and blackberries and blueberries, but I can't have strawberries and apples and stuff that were in it. Magical practices. Crafting solar charms, performing love magic, or meditating on personal growth and gratitude. Connection with nature. Rising with the sun. Yikes. I've only been doing that because I haven't been sleeping well. I'd rise every few hours and then go back to sleep. Rising with the sun, observing dawn, and celebrating the natural world's vitality. Historical and cultural context. While Litha itself is a modern Wiccan holiday, it draws inspiration from ancient European solstice celebrations. See, that's what even when they keep saying it's that it's Wiccan, I just keep getting like a little bit of like stop saying it, because I know there's lots of people who celebrate this that aren't Wiccan. So solstice celebrations. Oh, and Melanie says hi. Like she has a wavy hi, Melanie. And just check if there's anything else. Okay. So, where was I? Including Neolithic monuments. Oh wait, I skipped ahead. Well, Litha itself is a modern Wiccan holiday. It draws inspiration from ancient European solstice celebrations, including Neolithic monuments like Stonehenge, Roman festivals for Juno and Vesta, and Norse midsummer traditions. Many cultures lit fires, performed fertility rites, and honored the sun's zenith to ensure fertility protection and a bountiful harvest. Modern observance. Today, Litha is celebrated by Wiccans and contemporary pagans as a joyous, sun-centered festival. It is a time for reflection, revelry, and magical practice, emphasizing the balance between light and the approaching darker half of the year. Celebrants may choose to observe it individually or in covens, incorporating rituals, feasts, and outdoor activities to honor the season's energy. Litha is thus a vibrant celebration of light, life, and the natural cycles, connecting modern practitioners with ancient traditions while embracing the sun's peak power and the abundance of midsummer. Sorry, guys, I'm still a bit sick. I'm feeling somewhat better though, but it's going to be a long week, especially because all I want to be doing is being in the garden. But you know, responsibilities first. Okay. Litha, the pagan celebration of the summer solstice. See, this even says this is the pagan grimoire, and the person who wrote it, Ash Elding, is Wiccan, but she even calls it the pagan celebration of summer solstice. Here's everything you need to know to celebrate Litha, the modern pagan and Wiccan holiday that honors the summer solstice. And she wrote this May 27th, 2026. Again, the pagangrimoire.com. Yeah. And thank you to her and to them for giving us free information. Hi, Auntie Diane. Auntie Diane says, hello, Lisa. Hello. So Litha is the Wiccan and modern pagan holiday celebrated at the summer solstice, the longest day of the year. The lesser Sabbath falls between Beltane and Lofnasad on the wheel of the year and is usually observed between June 20th and 22nd in the northern hemisphere, when the sun reaches its highest point in the sky. In modern practice, Litha honors the sun at its peak. The holiday is associated with abundance, vitality, fire, growth, and the turning point when the days begin slowly getting shorter again. Don't tell me they're going to get shorter again. Many people celebrate the summer solstice with bonfires, candle rituals, flower crowns, seasonal foods, sun tea. Oh yeah, I've never made sun tea. You put like a jar of water with the ingredients in it and let the sun infuse the water with the ingredients that you put in it to make a sun tea. I want to try making that. Altar work, time outdoors, and rituals focused on gratitude, confidence, protection, and abundance. Beltane is the lead up. So we've talked about Beltane. Litha is an electric moment when everything that has been growing finally stands in full bloom. Okay, planning a summer solstice or Litha celebration. Here are rituals as well as tips on blah, 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 blah. That's a link. So when is Litha in 2026? Falls on Sunday, June 21st in the Northern Hemisphere when the summer solstice occurs. The exact solstice moment is on June 21st, 2026 at 8:24 UTC or 4:24 a.m. EDT. So I don't know which time zones those are, but most people celebrate Litha on the solstice itself if they can, but others celebrate it on the nearest weekend or around midsummer or St. John's Day, depending on their tradition. In the southern hemisphere, the seasonal cycle is reversed, so many practitioners celebrate Litha on December solstice instead. This falls on December 22nd in 2026. The spiritual meaning of Litha. Spiritually, Litha represents the culmination of the sun's power. The sun is at its strongest, the earth is lush, and what began stirring at Imbolc, emerging at Astara, and roaring into life at Beltane is now visible. It is a time to honor fire, both literal and symbolic. In Wiccan traditions, Litha marks the peak of the god's power and the fullness of the goddess. The goddess is radiant and fertile in her mother aspect, while the god stands at the height of his strength. Depending on the tradition, he may appear as the Oak King, the Horned God, or the Green Man. But Litha is not only about peak energy, it is also a threshold. After the summer solstice, the days begin to shorten and the year turns toward the harvest. It is also at this time that the Oak King is overtaken by the Holly King, who rules the waning year from Litha to Yule. So yes, the holiday is bright and joyful, but there's a little memento mori baked in there too. I don't remember where I put my pages. Because of this, Litha is a powerful time for gratitude, confidence, abundance work, protection, magic, creative energy, and reflection. It's a good time to ask, what has reached full bloom in your life? What deserves to be celebrated? What needs attention before the harvest season begins? I'll take a picture of those questions as well so that you can answer those in your journal. Just like when we have prompts when we do card pulls. A blank page, basically. The history of Litha. On Litha, the summer solstice, the sun seems to stop in the sky, rising and setting in the same place for a few days in a row. The word solstice comes from the Latin solstitium, which means the sun stands still. The modern use of the word Litha for the summer solstice originates from the work of Gerald Gardner, the founder of modern Wicca. He likely discovered it in the Venerable Bedes de Temporum Ratian. Let me try that again. Venerable Bedes? I don't know how to say that. Anyways. Ash says, hello, Lisa. Wish Steve a happy Father's Day from me and Finley. Also, how are you? I'm good, Ash, and happy Father's Day to you as well. Hope you had a good Father's Day. And I will tell Steve that. Okay. Venerable Bedes de Temporum Ratian, where Bede recorded that the Anglo-Saxon month names, including June, Litha, before Litha, and July after Litha. Is Litha an ancient Celtic holiday? No. Unlike the ancient Gaelic fire festivals of Imbolc, Beltane, Nasad, I need to figure out how to say that one, and Samhain, Litha does not appear in the Celtic myths or early medieval Irish texts. So far, there is no evidence that the ancient Celts honored the summer solstice with formal rites. That surprises me. That said, this does not mean the solstice was unimportant. Cultures across prehistoric and ancient Europe clearly paid attention to the sun's movements. Monuments such as Stonehenge in England and the Grange Stone Circle in Ireland are aligned with the sunrise on the summer solstice. As a result, many modern Litha traditions draw inspiration from Norse midsummer traditions, Roman festivals like Vestalia, and European folk customs. Litha versus Midsummer versus St. John's Day. What's the difference? As you read about Litha, you'll also see terms like Midsummer, and St. John's Day. Midsummer and the solstice are often used interchangeably, especially when talking about Northern European festivals. But while they all occur around the same time, they each have distinct origins and meanings. The summer solstice is the astronomical event. It is the longest day and the shortest night of the year in the Northern Hemisphere. The solstice is celebrated by many cultures around the world with bonfires, feasting, dancing, and nature-based rituals. Litha is the modern pagan and Wiccan Sabbath celebrated at that time. Just let me have a drink. Okay, midsummer is a broader seasonal term used in many European traditions, including in Northern Europe. It often refers to festivals and folk customs held around the summer solstice or near June 24th, including bonfires, flowers, dancing, feasting, herb gathering, and seasonal rites. It's also referenced in Shakespeare's A Midsummer Night's Dream. Midsommar is a Swedish word for midsummer and refers specifically to Sweden's major summer holiday. Swedish midsummer is typically celebrated with flower crowns, dancing around a flower-covered maypole, songs, games, and folk magic or love divination customs. It is one of Sweden's most beloved seasonal celebrations and is not terrifying, unlike the horror movie that shares its name. I didn't even know there was a horror movie called Midsommar. St. John's Day is a Christian feast day celebrated on June 24th in honor of John the Baptist. In many parts of Europe, St. John's Eve and St. John's Day absorbed or overlapped with older midsummer customs. Good to know. Ways to celebrate Litha. Modern Litha rituals center around honoring the sun's peak, connecting with nature in full bloom, and embracing the energy of abundance, vitality, and transformation. It's a Sabbath of light, fire, and seasonal joy, and it's a turning point where the days begin to shorten once again until Yule. Here are some ways to celebrate it. Watch the sunrise or sunset. Mark the longest day by greeting the sun or watching it set below the horizon. Use the moment to reflect on what has grown in your life since winter. Light a bonfire or do candle magic. When they say bonfire, they don't mean a huge bonfire. They just mean like a fire in your fireplace, you know, outside. We call it a campfire, even if you're not camping. So light a bonfire or do candle magic. Gather friends, light a fire or candles, and share food, laughter, and wishes for the season. Create a Litha altar. Decorate your altar with sunflowers, roses, calendula, oak leaves, gold candles, honey, citrus, and solar crystals. Gather herbs. The power of the sun is at a peak, making the morning of Litha a traditional time to harvest summer herbs for cooking, drying, or spells. Make and wear a flower crown. Use sunflowers, marigolds, or calendulas and symbols of Litha to honor the ripeness of the season and the peak of the sun's power. Host the Litha feast. Make summer solstice inspired recipes using honey, strawberries, grilled meats, and vegetables, and produce in the colors of the season. We had pulled pork today too, so there you go. Mom says, mopping my basement in that bedroom again. We're getting rain, and still rain tomorrow. Oh, sorry, Mom. We're having hot weather right now. There was some rainy cloud looking before, but I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry that it's leaking in your basement again and that you have to mop it. It's a big job. Hopefully you can get it sorted. Like, sorted. That's what they say here. Sorted out. Fixed. Host a feast. Do solar magic. Litha is a good time for sun magic spells related to confidence, abundance, visibility, creativity, protection, courage, and personal power. Spend the day in nature. Don't tell me twice. I'll be out there if I could be. Spend the day in nature. Take a walk, garden, go on a picnic, spend time at the beach, or just bask in the sunlight. Visit Stonehenge or another solstice-aligned destination. If you're looking for a summer trip, consider making a trip to Stonehenge or one of these other locations that are aligned with the summer solstice, and it has a link. So again, if you want to see that, you can go to www.pagangrimoire.com. So pagan is Pagan and grimoire is grimoire.com. Litha symbols and correspondences. Don't worry, guys. We're almost done, and then we'll get on with other things. Although we're all learning here. Mom said, you'll be out there in the nude. Yes, I would be. I'd be everywhere in the nude if I was allowed. Litha symbols and correspondences. Litha correspondences are tied to the sun, fire, ripeness, vitality, passion, and the abundance of the natural world. Use these for your altar, rituals, spells, seasonal decorations, recipes, or just to make your space feel like summer. Here is and then that's another link, step-by-step guide for how to set up a Litha altar. Sun symbols. Since Litha celebrates the summer solstice, sun imagery is one of the easiest and strongest altar correspondences. Use sun discs, gold charms, solar wheels, sun art, or anything circular and radiant to represent the sun at its peak. Bonfires or candles. Safely light a bonfire or do some candle magic with a gold, yellow, orange, red, or white candle. They can represent the sun, fire, vitality, clarity, protection, and illumination. Use battery-powered ones if flame isn't permitted. Flowers. Sunflowers, roses, calendulas, marigolds, daisies, chamomile, lavender, and St. John's wort all fit the bright, blooming energy of the season. Flower crowns and wreaths. Place one on your altar, hang a wreath nearby, or wear a flower crown during your ritual. Consider incorporating found antlers or charms of animals like bees and stags that are associated with the holiday. Fire symbols. Add matches, a cauldron-safe flame, red or orange cloth, fire imagery, or a small charcoal safe dish if you use incense. Fire can represent energy, passion, purification, courage, and the power to transform. Colors: gold, yellow, orange, red, white, green, and bronze are the core Litha colors. Herbs and plants: sunflower, rose, calendula, marigold, chamomile, lavender, rosemary, basil, thyme, mint, lemon balm, mugwort, vervain, yarrow, oak, St. John's wort. Food is honey, mead, strawberries, cherries, berries, lemons, oranges, fresh herbs, grilled vegetables, corn, tomatoes, summer squash, berry cakes, lemonade, and sun tea. Crystals and stones: citrine, sunstone, amber, carnelian, tiger's eye, clear quartz, pyrite, garnet, goldstone. Animals: bees, stags, lions, horses, eagles, butterflies, fireflies. The green man: he represents growth, fertility, and wild nature. Add a green man image, mask, statue, leafy symbol, or wall hanging to your altar if you want to emphasize the living, untamed side of the season. You can also use the green man woven blanket as a backdrop or cozy wall tapestry. It says this green man woven blanket. It's a link. Gods and goddesses. Common Litha associations include Apollo, Helios, Re, Sol, Ain, A-I-N-E, Brigid, Solus, Freyr, the horned god, the goddess, and the green man. Shopping. What are Litha's recipes and foods? Litha foods celebrate the brightness of the early summer. Think bright, fresh, sweet, golden, and easy to share outdoors, like fruits, herbs, and fire-cooked foods. The first harvest of Lafnasad is about, it sounds like a Welsh word. I'm going to have to look up how to pronounce that for the next Sabbath, which is in like 6 weeks or whatever. How often? If there's 8 in a year, I think that's 6 weeks, right? I'm not sure. Auntie Diane says, I love marigolds. So did my dad. And so my mom still plants some marigolds up the front walk at my mom's house. I like the smell of marigolds. I know it's a specific smell, but I do like the smell of them. And I like how many seeds you can get from them, that they're so hardy and easy to grow. Okay. Recipes and foods. Oh yeah. 7 weeks it says. The first harvest of Lafnasad is about 7 weeks out. Making this is a great time to enjoy many fruits and vegetables when they are at their peak. Honey. Had it today in my tea. Honey is a symbol of sweetness, pleasure, and the rewards of hard work. Use it in baked goods, drizzle it over fruit, or offer a spoonful on your altar to honor the bees and abundance of the season. Strawberries. One of summer's earliest fruits, strawberries are linked to love, passion, and the full, ripe energy of the earth. Serve them fresh, baked them into a pie, or pair it with cream for a simple solstice dessert. So people did have strawberries today in their salad. Mead. I don't drink mead. The traditional solstice drink is made from fermented honey and is perfect for toasting the sun and the land. Floral drinks: herbal tea, sun tea, lemonade, and flower-infused drinks all feel seasonally appropriate. Lemon: light, cleansing, and sun-colored. Lemon brings brightness and clarity to summer dishes. Summer herbs: thyme, dill, chives, garlic. These herbs thrive under the summer sun and carry properties of protection, vitality, and purification. Use them in your cooking, dry them for spells, or add them to your Litha altar. If you're starting a garden this summer, consider planting these magical herbs, and that's a link. Yellow, red, and orange produce: corn, peppers, tomatoes, peaches, apricots, oranges, carrots, and squash bring in the colors of the sun and fire. Grilled foods: think grilled vegetables, roasted meats, fish, bread, or flame-seared fruits. Flame-seared, that reminds me of when you do pineapple on the barbecue. That's really nice. Oh, hang on. Mom said I plant them because rabbits don't like them, and you plant any other flowers there and they eat them. That's true. That's why Dad planted them in the front walkway, because the hares would eat all the flowers. So planting the marigolds, the hares don't eat the marigolds. Mom says I plant them because rabbits don't like the smell of them, and actually neither do I. Mom doesn't like the smell of marigolds either, but I do like the smell of them. Didn't we read this? Am I at the beginning again? That's frequently asked questions. So yeah, these are frequently asked questions, but if you read the article, then it would answer all those questions, and then that's the last page. And then there. Okay, so I do have the Litha cards for the Seasons of the Witch. And this is what I mean. She did all the seasons, but I'm not sure if, she could be, but I don't know if, Lorraine Anderson and Juliet Diaz, and then illustrated by Tijana Lukovic, or Tihana, but I'm not sure if they are Wiccan per se, but we'll do the card pull after. I got some things to show you guys. So, because it's Father's Day, I'll show you guys some of the things that Steve got from our grandsons. So Jackson, speaking of Litha and Summer and everything else, Jackson made this beautiful butterfly for his granddad. And do you know where he made this? I would smile, but I'll get this. I'm getting this fixed on June 30th. He made this in forest school. They go to forest school. It was his mom. Isn't that sweet? And this one I think he made at nursery. These are beautiful flowers, and in Granddad's favorite color, blue, as well. And then how cool is this? Zach and Jax love Granddad Steve this much. A book with Zach and Jax and Granddad. How special is that? So those are gifts from Zach and then next, well, let me show you this. I have it over here because I moved it off that table so that Erica could wipe that table after we ate supper. So this is 3D printed, this container, and I guess Owen is making me a lid. Oh. It says quack inside with a, I don't know if you can see, it says quack with an exclamation mark. There's Owen 3D printed these little ducks, over 100. He said, I think 105. And Steve said 105 of this size, which I don't know if that means there's smaller ones or bigger ones or what. But 105 of these are hiding around the house. So I've done some of them, and I printed this off, and so I'm marking them as I find them. And then on the side, I just wrote, like, I found 102 already, because it has the number on the bottoms. He wrote the number on the bottoms. I've seen this online, but while we were in Canada, he came and he hid these all over the house. So that's something fun that I'm working on. From Owen. And I like it. I like they know that it's something that will mess with me because I like things just so, but also the fun of it, like an Easter egg hunt. It's fun. So yes, there's lots that are easy enough to find, but it's those few that are going to be left that I'm like, I think I looked everywhere. Like, where else could they be? And I am quite an observant person too. So I'll notice if something's out of place or something's different. We'll see how long it takes me to find them all. All right. So I do have a witch casket that I was going to open. Like, I just got it a couple days ago, and I was going to open it because I didn't, like, on my own, because I still love it, whether you guys care or not. But then time just got away from me, and I've been sick. And then today, before people came over for dinner, I was cleaning. And then, like, I just haven't had time to open my witch casket anyways. This thing that I'm trying to open, I meant to bring my knife over here. This is it's from the creators of Witch Casket, but they have a emporium that you can, if you're a member of Witch Casket, they actually had their emporium open to everyone for a few weeks, but I think it's closed now. Closed a couple days ago, but so it's only if you're a member, like if you get for each month that you get a witch casket, you can go into their Emporium and order things there. It's stuff from their past witch caskets. Oh no, this isn't from the Emporium actually. This is from, it's called The Magic Study. It's where they have the information about things in different courses that you can, and they have some certain things too, I think. Anyways, or is it from, I don't know. This is a special gift anyways. It's not in, if I can ever open it. It's not in the normal witch caskets. You have to order it separately. As I did. Oh. Hang on. I don't have the description here, but it's a glass. It's a little glass cauldron, and so you can use it for. Oh, it does say witch casket on the bottom. Yeah, witch casket. I don't know if you can see that in there. It looks cool when the light goes through it because you can see through. Anyways, it's a little glass cauldron, so you can use it for like cone incense or anything really. But I thought it was really cute, so I got that, and then my regular monthly witch casket. It was cool because going to Canada, we went for 3.5 weeks, so I had a witch casket just before we left. I love when they have incense in them because they smell so good. There's 2 fat pigeons sitting on my greenhouse. So I had a witch casket just before I left, and I had one just when I got home because they ship out about the 14th. So, this one is Charms and Enchantments. The one coming up this next month is the Green Witch. So it's, you know, green gardening and herbs and all that fun stuff. I like the art on this month. Look at all the colors and the trees. It reminds me of camping. Charms and Enchantments. All right. Should I won't read in here. I'll just, another piece of art. I'm just going to dig right in. Sorry if you can hear me drinking. I think that's gross hearing people drink, but there's our card, our art print, and our manifestation on the back for the month. We have all-purpose not magic spell kit. All you need to create an enchanted charm and attract your desires. And I'm not going to open it, but I can feel in there it might be a little key. So there's probably some little charms to hang off of your magical knot spell kit. Magical charm pouch. We hope you love this lovely crafted pouch that we designed especially for you. Use this stunning multi-use bag to hold your precious crystals, talismans, charms, or card decks. This can also be used for everyday treasures and trinkets. The weird thing is they gave you a pouch, but they have it in this really nice envelope. And it's like it's pretty thick envelope too, like cardboard. So I can use both the bag and this nice envelope with art on it. Ooh, it's brown. And it's got beadwork on it. It's so soft. It's velvet. And it zips from the top. So that is perfect for a deck of cards. Because a lot of times people who use cards, they'll not use the box or the book. They'll just have the cards that they work with and keep them in a pouch like that. So that's pretty. I'm just going to throw everything around me and then clean up after. Scroll. Magic scroll is enchanted charms. What is a charm? An enchanted ritual. Suggested incantations. A charm is a magical object which has been ascribed magical powers in order to attract a desired outcome. Anything can be a charm, from a piece of jewelry to a coin to a crystal to a flower. The thing that makes a charm is that it has been charged with a particular intention in mind. Some more art on our scroll. Melanie says the bag and envelope are so cute. I know, I agree. Even the envelope I love. Enchantment bowl. Oh yes, and I love when they're, that looks good, like upside down even, but it's and look at the art on it, is the same art that I really love, and it has, art is on the inside of the bowl and it's lifted in the middle there, and the art is on the outside of the bowl. That's gorge. And it says witch casket. It's almost like an ashtray in the olden days, if it had the little, sides to put your cigarette. But it's really pretty. Really, I like this. This is probably one of my second favorite things. I love my sauce, my cup and saucer, but this is up there with one of my favorite things. Manifestation herb blend, a magical blend of orange peel, raspberry leaf, and peppermint. So yummy. I wonder, I have lots of raspberries. I wonder if the raspberry leaves are good for incense and stuff. More. Spellcrafting charm. I have 2 things in my hand because I'm too excited. Ooh, it's got a bat on it and stars. I love their little charms. Tiny little charm. Sorry, dog's just coming through to go outside. And this is a little pouch. Can you see the imprint on the pouch there? It's like reversed embossing. And this is, how can I wear all my necklaces at the same time? That's what I want to know. Do you see it? It's a jar. Okay, so the thing is, I've wore this since I got this one from Witch Casket, and I only took it off, was it last week, so I could wear a different necklace with my outfit? And then I put it back on. So now I have another necklace. They're just adding to my collection, Auntie Diane. Auntie Diane, I know, I can't remember if I said it on here or not, but I got a necklace and earrings that match from a jewelry party that my Auntie Diane had. And I picked them up when I was in Canada, and I will wear those for one of my lives, but I got to dress up to match it. So this is pretty, and I like the pouch. I love all these witchy things. I love them, love them, love them. I know that I'm blessed to be able to get this every month, and it is something special, especially if you have so many hobbies, which I do, and everything costs money. I have reduced my gardening budget and reduced my crafting budget so that I am able to get my witch caskets. But this is it says charm amulets, and it's a little brown bag as well. Sorry, the dog's barking already to come in. A selection of charms to use in your charm bags, spell jars, and spellcraft to represent your intention. A money bag is wealth, tree is growth, sun is happiness, acorn is strength, lavender is healing, and pentacle is protection. Oh, I see. Did it say what amulets? Charm amulets. So they're little pieces of wood. Wait, I'm going to say in the book what kind of wood it is, but they're little pieces of wood, and they have so it's a money sack, a sun. So they all have their things on them. Let me just put them back in the bag, and then I will, if I don't drop them all. The sun, it's trying to get away from me. That's because the days are going to get shorter. Do you see the sun's trying to get away from me twice? Let me read in here about the charm amulets. Nope, it doesn't say what kind of wood. Okay, and then last thing is magical manifestation incense. It's a bewitching blend of patchouli and orange. So that is all from my witch casket, which is enough because I'm happy with that. I forgot to bring over the thing to hold our cards. I can grab it in a second. I just want to check Yeah, 50. Okay, so 55. So we'll do a card pull, and then we'll do our death question of the week, and then we'll be done until next week, and hopefully I'm feeling better next week. I know there's a lot of information in this one, but it might not have been as interactive as some of the other ones. Oh, my shirt too. When I went to my friend Aislinn's work, what was it called again? Hot Topic. I got this. It's from a TV show called Over the Garden Wall, or some kind of program. Oh, you guys don't want to see my belly, but anyways, Over the Garden Wall, and so I should probably watch it because I bought like this thing with like 6 different sets of earrings on it from Over the Garden Wall, and I got 2 shirts that I liked. So, and the characters kind of look like I'd be into them, but I don't know what the show is like. But that's what I'm wearing for a shirt. And my workouts, assuming I'm going to be feeling better tomorrow, I want to start my workouts again tomorrow, but I will be starting very soon, hopefully tomorrow. Give me 1 second. You guys can still hear me. I'm just grabbing the card thing for our past, present, future for our card pull this week. Here's a pillow. I got these cushion covers, and then I just take them off the cushions, but it says, "The world's best dad, you're my hero, always there for me. Thank you for taking me everywhere, supporting and inspiring me, all of your silly jokes, being my best friend." And then the other one says, "Reserved for dad, so don't get too comfortable." And then very important person. All right. So what do I need to tell you about a card pull? Lots of times people work with cards. They don't use the book because you're using your intuition. We'll use the book just because we're new with these cards, and my brain wouldn't work right now anyways if I wanted to. Well, it's not even your brain. You're my intuition. It might work, but we'll just use the book, even though I just put the book away. So, sorry, I just noticed that plant has aphids on it still. Okay, so, cards. This is the Litha deck for the 8 Sabbats of the year, the Wheel of the Year, from the what did I call it? The Seasons of the Witch. And we've used these at least once before, twice maybe. I don't remember. Give me a break, my brain. So what a perfect time to do a Litha pull when it is today, the summer solstice. Litha can't shuffle very well, but you can see me shuffle this way and that way and this way and that way and this way. Doesn't matter, because no matter what you do, even if I drop them all and pick them up, you'll get the cards that you need. It's weird how a card pull, even though we're pulling the same cards, can be for everyone. So I'm going to do a 3-card spread, past, present, future. I say this every week, but if this is your first one and you're just tuning in now, the past is the past and what has happened in our past. Okay, so I want you to think of something that you're thinking about in life right now, or even right now. So say for me, this season of summer, even though the days are going to be getting shorter right now, starting today, it's still the height of summer, right? Right now is the best time to be in the garden, to watch everything grow, to see the growth that's already put on and everything else. So I'm going to base my card pull on this summer season, what to look forward to, what I should focus on, and everything else within the season of summer itself. Probably for me, it'll be mostly in the garden because that's where I like to focus. But it could be me being in my plunge pool in the water. It could be spending time at the park with the grandkids and the family. Who knows what my reading will be. Maybe it'll be a rainy summer and I'll be indoors lots. I don't know. Maybe I need to be in the greenhouse specifically, although that'll be really hot on hot days. So think of something that you're thinking about in life right now, something that you want answered, something that you've been pondering and that you want a bit more clarity on. The past is based on the past and what brought us to the point that we're at. The present is where we are right now. And the future is not set in stone. It's just based on the trajectory of where we're going if we stay on the path that we're on, right? So I have them on my lap. I don't know if there's somewhere else to put you. And I have this, past, present, future. So I'll just set them back here and I'm going to go off the top. So our first one is hydration. It's a good one, especially if it's going to be a hot summer. It's number 20, and I'm just going to show it to you guys because what is written on the bottom of the card is in the book as well. So this is from Witch Casket too. I know I've showed it to you guys before, but look, there's art on this side too. So hydration. So I want you guys to look at the picture on the card, see what stands out to you. That's when you use your intuition. See if there's something specific about this card. Even if you have this card in a pull in a week or whenever, you're going to find that something stands out to you differently the different times that you use it. That's using your intuition. What do you feel when you see this card? What do you think of when you think of hydration? And what do you think of when I tell you the words that I'm going to read to you as soon as I find number 20? $21. I'm almost there. Okay, so you guys look at the card, and I'll try to keep the light glare off of it while I read. So, hydration. Keywords. Basic, nourishment, foundational, healing, source of the problem. There is more to the story than meets the eye. Be mindful of what hides beneath the surface. Ever had dry skin in the summer? Between sun rays, air conditioning, salt water, and chlorine, your skin can take a brutal beating. You can increase your moisturizer, of course, but that is only treating the symptoms and not the problem. While environmental influences increase your chances of having dry skin, proper hydration is half the battle. Getting enough of this foundational healing by just drinking more water will have a significant impact on not only your skin, but your body's overall wellness. People don't realize that when you're dehydrated, it changes so much of your life. And drinking enough water will make your skin radiant and you'll look younger and everything else. It's not just about moisturizers and creams. It's about getting enough moisture in your body. Spiritual well-being is similar. You may be attempting to manifest a large goal or heal an old wound, but are focusing on the symptoms when there is a much bigger problem driving the external manifestations you're experiencing. Poor beliefs about self-worth may prevent you from attracting more love or wealth. A deep-rooted fear of new experiences may hinder your plans to travel more or chase after a dream. Or you could find that troubles in a relationship are the result of a long-forgotten childhood wound. Additional information, understanding, or healing is needed. I gotta change the page. Sorry, guys. Before this situation can come to a conclusion, put on your X-ray glasses and look beyond the surface of your problem or question, because there is more to the story than meets the eye, and you have only just begun to peel back the layers. So that's our past card. That tells me that something in our past is holding us back from what we want now or in our future. So we need to work on those things. I know one of the things is there's a festival coming up in September, or like it's not necessarily a festival. It's like a camping weekend thing that I want to go to, and it's death related. And Dead Good Legacies, who I follow on Instagram and stuff, have shared about it, and I'll put a link to it in the comments here too. And it's in September, and I want to go, but I don't know, like there's a few people I guess I could ask, like even Steve, to see if he wants to go with me. But I know something that is like a fear of mine. Sorry, my battery is like dying, so hopefully you guys can still see and hear me. So something that I want to do is go to this thing, but so a fear of mine is like, I wouldn't like, sorry, I didn't always have a lot of friends growing up or people that I like had similar interests with and stuff. So even going to something like this, whether it was me in the past or me now, it's like, who would go with me to this? And I'm not even sure if who I can find, but it doesn't mean that I shouldn't do these things. I should just bite the bullet and go myself. So like when I went to Crime Con by myself, I can go to this by myself, and I'm absolutely fine doing that. So I think that's probably one of the things, even though that's in September, it's just before It's just before, like, yeah, so it would still be technically summer, I guess. It's like before it becomes autumn. Anyways, let's do this really quickly before my phone dies. So our present is country cottage, and I think we had this one last time too. Number 7. So this is our present, where we are right now. Come on, change the page. So hold that for you guys to look at while I read. Country cottage, keywords. Oh, I need my glasses. Sorry, guys. Country cottage, keywords. How can I do this to you? Sorry. There. Sustainability, self-sufficiency, independence. Well, maybe that's telling me it's okay if I go by myself. It is time for the seeker to look within. What haunts you can only be faced by you. There we go. Welcome to spiritual homesteading, the practice of finding independence, self-determination, and sustainability for your soul's well-being. There's certainly no shortage of spiritual teachers, programs, and tools on offer, including this deck you're holding. But the trouble with relying too much on someone else to guide you is that you lose the ability to stimulate your own healing and rewards. You are expecting someone else to show you the way rather than finding it for yourself. You have pulled this card to encourage you to trust in your own guidance more than you seek advice and help from other people. You know what you need to succeed. You know what's not serving your highest good. You know what you want, and you know what you need. What you're lacking is belief in yourself. Making a mistake or getting things wrong is part of the process, not a reason to quit or doubt yourself. You'll learn more from your failures than you will from your successes. And if nothing else, they'll be your own. Your choices, your mistakes, and your determination to rise when you fall. Stay on the path you're on and have faith in your desires and ability to bring your rewards to life. In a more practical sense, this card appears when you are being a little too needy and should try to be more independent. It's fine to ask for help or want to experience life with others, but don't take anyone's time or resources for granted. You're more capable than you have allowed yourself to believe, and you are fine to continue on this path alone. Fine, I'll go to the thing by myself. Sometimes, and we can accept this, I've heard this before, that like some of us, not that I don't have like lots of people that I love in life and everything, but sometimes a lot of us are just, we're all on our own solo journeys in life anyways, and some of us just tend to be more solo travelers, you know, like, you know, when you listen to a podcast or watch something or whatever, and there's like 2 co-hosts, and they play off of each other and everything else. And why do I do this rambling hour by myself? Because most things in life I tend to be by myself. So I just have to embrace that and accept it. And it's not such a bad thing because I like my company. So, I mean, it's 47 years that I've spent a lot of time by myself. So it's fine. And you meet new people wherever you go, especially me, because I talk, right? I ramble on. So it's not hard for me to meet new people wherever I go. Okay, our future, if we stay on this trajectory. Scavenger hunt. What you thought was hidden is hiding in plain sight. Number 32. Hurry. I don't want my phone to die while we're doing this. I mean, I have 20% left, so I think we'll be okay, but still should hurry because, like I said, I can ramble and then we'll get lost in my words and then... Okay, so scavenger. Scavenger hunt. Keywords: hiding in plain sight, new perspectives, considering other options. What you thought was hidden is hiding in plain sight. The makings of a great scavenger hunt means hiding your items in plain sight, but concealed just enough so that they aren't obvious and require a few quick passes with the naked eye. You can go it alone, but often working in pairs or teams proves more fruitful because different people bring different opinions, each one seeing things from a unique point of view. Often the answer to your question or solution to your obstacle is right in front of your eyes, requiring little more than a change in perspective. Holding on too tightly to something, identifying with a particular career, idea, relationship, or opinion causes tunnel vision, whereby you choose only to see your version whereby you choose only to see your version of the story. There's always another way, a different path, or a deeper understanding. Looking at the same thing from a fresh angle can reveal the treasure that was there all along. You may find yourself with this card when you are too focused on only one outcome or solution to your problem, refusing to look left or right or to consider someone else's ideas about how to proceed. Are you really sacrificing anything by letting go of your feelings and ideas about the situation? And if so, what if that sacrifice leads to something even more magnificent than you originally wanted? Be careful to make space for others to share their wisdom and experiences, and don't be afraid to challenge your ideas of right and wrong, or you'll only end up with one egg in your basket, or perhaps nothing at all. Okay, well, for me, and it's not just that card, but it's also my intuition that I'm getting, is that I say that I'd be going to this retreat camping thing alone, but what my gut is telling me is that, Lisa, you're only doing the traveling alone. Once you're there, you're with the people that have that common interest of you, because that's why they're at this festival thing too. So just go. I mean, I'll still ask Steve if he wants to come, but I might just be going it alone, but I'll let you guys know how it goes. It's not till September. Again, I'll put the link in the bottom, and I don't even know how many tickets are left. It doesn't look like a huge event, so I'll see if there's tickets left or not. And then our death question, just because we're running out of time. And then I will see you guys next Sunday, which is the 28th. So I'll still have this hole in my face, but then on the 30th, I will get it fixed. So what did we do last week? Number 9 or 10? Let me look. No, did we do number 10? Oh no. What, I think we did number 9, whether cremation or burial, what would you like to be wearing? And I think we did do number 10. I'm going to do number 10 and 11. I'm pretty sure number 10 was last week. Question 10, if you have to have end-of-life care, would you prefer to go to a hospice or stay at home? Are you and your loved ones okay with taking care of you if you need it? Or would you rather go into care as soon as possible? Sorry, I think we had that last week. Question 11. What symbology do you want at your funeral or celebration of life? Specific flowers, colors, symbols. What do you want to represent you and the memory of you when you're gone? What about food? Anything specific? So that is your question for the week. Write it in your death question book. What symbology do you want at your funeral or celebration of life? Do this real quick. And yeah, that's it, guys. That's another week. And I hope, oh, Mom says bye already. Bye, Mommy. Love you and miss you. I hope you guys have a good week and enjoy your summer now that it's really begun. Don't take it for granted, because it'll be gone before you know it. And I will see you guys next Sunday, hopefully a little bit stronger and a lot less sick, and maybe even more tanned if I get some time outside. Okay, I love you guys. Have a great week. Bye.